Hi, good afternoon. Thanks for squeezing me in. Thanks. My name is Eric Ryan, and it was very difficult coming here. Eric Ryan, R-Y-A-N. Very difficult being here today. First time I've testified on anything rail related. I led the petition drives in '92 against rail and 2008 against rail. And it's sad to see everything come true. That was very easily predicted. It was sad sitting through a presentation just now called "Let's Keep Building Until We Run Out of Money." As a taxpayer, that's just disgusting. Personally, I think we should stop at Middle Street. And I don't just mean stop at Middle Street, I mean totally stop at Middle Street, wind this thing down. Operations costs, I don't believe a single politician or bureaucrat on these operations and maintenance costs for each year. I sat there while Wayne Yoshioka testified, and it took him 10 minutes to answer a straight question back in 2008 about how it was going to get paid for. It took him 10 minutes for someone to squeeze out of him the answer, property taxes will probably have to go up. And I know that we're still facing a lack of truth here. Stop at Middle Street, get Waikiki out of your mind, get UH out of your mind, get Kapolei downtown and Disney out of your mind. We can't afford this thing. Express buses are great. I ride them every day to and from work with my bike, and it's not a problem. It works great. Please stop thinking ahead, because I know we're burying the lead here. We might be talking about how to get through this election year with some fake caps and fake ceilings. We might think we're going to fool people into thinking we can keep these prices down, and then a new set of politicians come along and say, oh, well, you know what, they handed us a raw deal, we'll have to raise it. But what really is going on in this building and in this room is people are thinking, I wonder if I'm still going to be working at HART when we start building to Waikiki, when we start building to UH, when we start building to Kapolei and all the great development deals and construction deals and all that. So I just want to conclude by saying, there's a lot of us who want to get out there and start signing petitions again and put a cap on this thing that keeps anyone in this room from disagreeing and disregarding voters ever again. I understand you guys got to make a living, but you're going about it the wrong way. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions? Thank you very much. You have a further question?
No, thank you.
Terry?
Just intuitively looking at the options, I'm not real optimistic that any of them are going to pan out or make sense. And so then we're faced with the only obvious options, which are abandon the project or get more money. Getting more money means going back to the legislature and saying, please extend the general excise tax surcharge. The politicians aren't going to do it unless they got a feeling the taxpayers generally are supportive of that. So do we have the ability to do a poll, to poll the taxpayers and get their views on that? Because I think we should start preparing for that.
I don't think we have the ability, but I think maybe we could make a request to move Oahu forward. Dan, could you make a request to them?
Mm-hmm.
They're sort of an independent organization that's there to support rail. Maybe they've done it already. Who knows? They run independent of us. But Dan, maybe you can check on
I will do that.
them. Yeah, because I'm sure they're watching this carefully and also getting very nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any further questions?
Yeah, just the other one is, in this June 6th letter from the FTA, they say that they urge us to engage a peer review with industry experts to recalibrate a critical path for project completion. Are we doing that?
We just got the letter. We had done a peer review of the project a couple years ago, and I don't think we've yet had a chance to talk about whether or not.
Sir, you asked about polling. I just want to tell you, in 2008, which is the year we voted, not 2010, 2008, we already know, public thought the price was lower. We know everything that we were told is not true. But the most important thing we were told, and I have the surveys, happy to provide them, from Star Advertiser, well, it was Honolulu Advertiser at the time, Hawaii News Now, all the stations, all did polls. And they broke it down, why, if you're pro-rail, would you support and vote yes? Why, if you oppose, would you vote no? The people that voted yes, the overwhelming reason they voted yes was because they were promised reductions in traffic congestion. Reductions in traffic congestion. They didn't know until it was all over that it was going to be 57% worse with rail. They were told it was going to be better with rail. And that's why they voted. And it's not only just in 2008, the number was something like 50.6%. A bare majority of people voted yes. I can tell you, 2008 would have lost if people knew the truth. Not even the price, just the traffic congestion. The polls, they wanted traffic relief. They want this guy to get out of his car and ride it. Not me, but that guy. And so this talk about ridership, I'm not Slater. I'm not going to come in and tell you about how every other city got it wrong with ridership. I'm not going to revisit the Big Dig or any of these things. But they were promised traffic congestion reduction. We now know we're not going to get it. If that rail vote was again today, it would lose. So the idea of worrying about the ridership, that isn't what motivated voters. What motivated voters was traffic congestion relief ain't going to be delivered at Middle Street, it ain't going to be delivered in Waikiki, UH. You could build this into Hawaii Kai like some candidates want to. And I just wanted to share that because the numbers are there to look at. There might have been 1% of people who wanted to save the whales. That's why they wanted rail. 1% people maybe because you could have more green space or something like that. Or maybe the price of oil or something. 90-some% of people who were on the yes side thought they were voting for traffic congestion relief, lower. Not this lie of reduced future traffic congestion to fool voters, but actual less. From 2008, you build this thing, it's going to be less. So I'm sorry if I've gone on, but I didn't want to share that. That's what people out there really think. You go back to them for more money, they know the truth now. You might be able to con the politicians, but you're not going to be able to con the voters because we remember. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? If not, members, if nothing further, I'm going to call this meeting adjourned.